Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mampolo from Mampolo's Canal. Renee, your mindset. Guys, we don't see say, Tinubu don't say no. If there will be any rerun, if we go do rerun, make it be between me and Atiku. Now I know say you don't ready. Tinubu, you don't accept say that there may be rerun. This election say that the fit cancel. Tinubu, so you don't accept say e be like say court go remove you. You know the guy wetin they see. If I don't see something with this eye, you got as it be. Make I tell you I dream when I dream anyway. I dream some dream. Just to clear one thing, make one thing clear. Listen, I am not a prophet. All those one they stand in the afternoon like this and tell you say, I see. No, I not did that one. I not be that one. Are you hearing me? But when it comes to when I go to my bed, God communicates to me inside dream. They talk to me well. And if it be twice, 3 times, 4 times a year, if he come, he dey strong before that thing is reversed. But I'll give you this dream. The dream is that I dey for inside dream. He come like say I dey Naija. For one street, the one I dey, that street dey familiar to me, very very familiar. E come get crowd of people when they follow one woman, and this woman when I dey tell you now, I don die. The woman, I don't want to call your name because most of them feel they follow me. I am giving you this dream. You can interpret the dream. I know what the dream mean to me, but I'm not going to interpret it. So the woman, they front, that dead woman, they front. People like say they don't strip her. You know, like say somebody do something abominable. So crowd of people when we are black, all black, women and women, youth, especially youth, they for the back of the woman, they pursue her. Like, you know, when like say that they banish somebody out of community, they're gonna tell me say na Tinubu, say they don't come out Tinubu, they don't come out Tinubu. For instance, the house where I did for through the glass, I come dey watch am, na woman I dey see, and that woman don't die. He don't die before. He don't die like about 15 years ago, if not more than. So I come to this. So when I wake up, I say, what did this dream mean? But they talk saying at Tinubu that they pursue, so they say that they come out. I see lots of youth, you know, with black people like all those who want to protest for back that they pursue and they go. I can't say this dream. I don't know what it mean much. This dream it tough. Well, let me come back to why I'm here for today. Now Tinubu don't admit, say no. If there's going to be rerun, make it between him and Atiku, and not P2B. I can't say Tinubu Zukwanike. Why are you always afraid of this P2B? That's my question. Why are you afraid of P2B every time? No, Nigeria don't want you. Nigeria don't want this election rerun between you and Atiku. No, we want them between you and the P2B. Yes, make it red. Because you know, say maybe if it is between you and Atiku, there's a very high chance you go win. Because Atiku, we not do like to bring her in as we don't need all this old cargo. Want to be a politician. All this old cargo want to destroy Nigeria. We don't want all of them. Nigeria don't want you. They don't want Atiku. Make una go park one place. Give space for people to may become our president. And I call him another thing. Only my interest be say, as Tinubu don dey talk, say, if there must be any rerun, make it be between him and Atiku. It be like say, he don dey plan for rerun. It be like say, he don see say this case, he go turn against am. It be like say, he don see and say, court no fit, there's no how when court go fit allow and continue. When it be say P2B and other people when carry am go court, no winner. It be like say, they don't give am interest, say, Baba, no. No matter how you fight this thing, we cannot make it. Now they say. Now Tinubu and APC don't they prepare for a run. That one no sweet you. If you never sweet you, I never know what they sweet you. Now to the next story, P2B don't bust out to reply to Tinubu straight away. That time when Tinubu they talk, say if they remove them, there will be catastrophe. When they remove it, there will be chaos. When they remove it, there will be anarchy. P2B don't bust out reply, and if you say reply when you give up, I don't want to talk too much. Watch the reply. P2B, you the joke with Okute. All right, now watch the video.
Candidate of the Labour Party, LP, Mr. Peter Obi, has accused President Bola Tinubu of attempting to blackmail the Presidential Election Petition Court, PEPC, sitting in Abuja. Obi said he was alarmed in the final written address he filed before the court when he heard the claim by Tinubu and the ruling All Progressives Congress APC that nullifying the outcome of the presidential election held on February 25 would cause anarchy in the country. In the process, he filed through his team of lawyers, led by Levi Uzoku, SAN. The LP candidate described the submission by President Tinubu and the APC as desperation taken too far. According to him, a sentence in the second and third respondents' address alarmed the petitioners and millions of Nigerians. The second and third respondents went too low and abandoned discretion when they claimed as follows. Our submission is that the petitioners are inviting anarchy by their ventilation of the issue of non-transmission of results electronically by INEC. This is a cheap, misguided and destructive blackmail clearly intended to target the country's judicialism and constitutionalism. It also aims at cannibalizing our democracy. It will also raise the issue of insecurity if the petitioners emulate the bad example of the second and third respondents. However, that will never happen. When has it become offensive to canvass a ground prescribed for the challenge of an election in Section 134, subsection 1b of the Electoral Act 2022? Desperation taken too far can be extremely dangerous. Let the second and third respondents know that where the rule of law is trampled upon or truncated, anarchy reigns supreme, will be added in the final written address he filed alongside his party. Meanwhile, Peter Obi urged the Justice Haruna Samani-led 5-member panel to uphold and grant all the reliefs he sought in the petition seeking to remove President Tinubu from office. Obi noted that whereas he called 13 witnesses and tendered several documentary evidence to prove his petition, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) called one witness, while President Tinubu and the APC also called one witness. He told the court that before the presidential election, the Vice President Kashim Shettima was previously nominated as a senatorial candidate of the APC for Borno Central Senatorial District. The petitioners insisted that the VP Shettima remained a senatorial candidate till July 15, 2022, when he withdrew his nomination. Whilst the third respondent was standing nominated as a senatorial candidate, as AFO stated, he was unlawfully nominated as the vice presidential candidate of the fourth respondent on July 14, 2022, thereby knowingly allowed himself to be nominated as a candidate in more than one constituency within the meaning and intendment of Section 35 of the Electoral Act. The petitioners argued that the invalid nomination of Shettima as the vice presidential candidate nullified the nomination and election of Tinubu as the presidential candidate of APC within the meaning of the provision of Section 143 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. On the issue of Tinubu's alleged involvement in a drug-related case, Obi and the LP averred it is common knowledge that the second respondent was the subject of an order of forfeiture made by the United States District Court, Northern District of Illinois, Eastern Division in case number 93C4483. The order of forfeiture against the second respondent was in terms forfeiting the sum of $460,000 against him, Bola Tinubu, which represents proceeds of narcotics trafficking and money laundering. The order for forfeiture against the second respondent was a fine within the meaning of Section 137, subsection 1d of the 1999 Constitution, for which a person shall not be qualified for election to the office of the president if he is under a sentence or fine for an offence involving dishonesty or fraud by whatever name called, imposed on him by a court or tribunal. The virus of the statutory and constitutional disqualification of the second and third respondents as candidates in the presidential election renders their purported return and declaration as the winners of the election invalid, null and void, and liable to be set aside, Obi and LP argued. While accusing INEC of deliberately refusing to electronically transmit results of the presidential election from polling units to the IREF portal using the bimodal voter accreditation system BVAS, the petitioners further alleged that the electoral body eventually uploaded blood results to its portal.
That was the video. Now let's see one of the honorable And noble professor say, this professor, they respect him. Where is he? Make una bring am for me. Professor Chris, no copia. All right now. Report. May we hear wetin this professor talk about this case. I dey like as the guy dey analyze things. I don't want to talk too much. Watch video.
All eyes are fixed on the judiciary as observers and interested parties would be waiting for the outcome of the presidential election petition tribunal. The People's Democratic Party and Labour Party have been in court contesting the electoral process that brought President Bola Tinubu of the All Progressives Congress to power. The Labour Party and its presidential candidate, Peter Obi, have once again reiterated their call to the Presidential Election Petition Court to nullify the victory of President Bola Tinubu. Well, joining us to discuss public expectations and confidence in the judiciary is Chris Wakobia, convener, Country First Movement. Welcome to the morning show.
It's my pleasure to be on with you.
All right, then, so let's get straight into it. Now, we know everything that has been happening with the Presidential Election Tribunal, and we're seeing a court at the center of media speculations. With reports first of Mr. Bolu Koromo Ogo's resignation from the 5-member core panel just less than 24 hours after the Supreme Court denied a similar issue concerning the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Olukayode Ariwola, over a purported phone call with the president regarding the latter's case before the election court. Now, Atiku, in a statement signed by his media advisor, Paul Ibe, just on Saturday here, says that the APC and the agents of Tinubu have ceaselessly chosen to stand in the way of justice making by making catastrophic threats to anarchy if justice is not served according to their whims. Now, I want to know what you make of all of this. How confident are you in the judiciary? I mean, they've come out to very quickly say that these allegations are not true, of course, of the first two situations. But what do you make of it? How confident are you in the judiciary right now to, give, the justice that is expected? I don't say that's expected, sorry. The justice that is true and just.
Shaita, thanks for that question. Something tells me that the judiciary will do right. Something tells me that the judiciary understands the urgency of now. Something tells me that the judiciary understands that the Nigerian people are looking up to them. Something tells me that the judiciary understands that democracy will only thrive when there's justice. And then very importantly, I want to start this my delivery here by saying that the media and indeed the civil society are partners in this whole process. I believe that the time has come for us to nudge the judiciary to do what is proper, right, and right. And sincerely, I think that with the hoopla of media reportage on what is happening at the level of the judiciary, something good will come out of it. The APC is saying that they want justice, interestingly so. The PDP is saying that they want justice, interestingly so. And the Labour Party says that they want justice. But there's something that comes to my mind as we discussed this morning.
Yes.
And that was the quote by my mentor, Martin Luther King Jr., who said a long time ago that the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. And I believe that as we discuss our democracy, as we x-ray the events of February 25th and the election that followed afterwards, the governorship election, as we walk as a people towards deepening democracy, one thing is very important, that not only has the election monitors, local election observers and monitors, including Yaga Africa and the likes, lampooned the last election as predominantly flawed. The European Union did so, and several other agencies have done so. And so all eyes are on the judiciary. Nigerians are saying that the time to do what is proper, right, and right is now. And I sincerely believe that somehow it's a hunch that is strong within me that the judiciary will do what is right.
Una don't listen, una don't see the video. When Tinubu and his members don't see say this court case go red, it go red. That they see red flag they come. When Tinubu they don't see this, and Tinubu say no, we need to do something outside of this court. And I'm not saying don't get the time when they say some judges they get room on allegedly say that they give them pressure, and some of them they resign allegedly, and sometimes say that they come out because of the pressure when they receive from that angle. But when Tinubu and the APC people say when that she said this case he go red. When I hear what happen again, Asare Dokubo. Asare Dokubo say no, they don't prepare for army. They don't prepare army and military for Tinubu. I say another military inside Nigeria. The ESN when he be saying Nnamdi Kanu when he be say according to them that they use to protect people life and property one day for southeast. He read this one when Asare Dokubo when he I go show my video now. Asare Dokubo they shoot everywhere and yet they no still arrest him. When I say arrest him, no. So Asante Dokuba have right to prepare his own military, wait for Tinubu because Tinubu dey in power and nothing will happen. Because if Nami be president, as Tinubu the president now, Asante Dokuba they use my name, the open military, which is a sub-military to Nigerian military. I'm going to come out and speak. Yeah, say dissolve that thing, not be my name, you go take it out. But if you don't come out to dissolve it with immediate alacrity, now you say now you send them or now you support them. You understand what I'm coming from? Now, Asaro Dokubo say no. Say they are going to give anybody action for action. We are going to match you fire for fire and woto to woto. I don't too much for this country. Make una live in Nigeria, make una no born am, but we still love that country. Make una no born that country as things they go. Now sorry, Dokubo come out. Now, in fact, I don't want to talk too much. He said they are there for Tinubu to defend Tinubu in case if court said that no give Tinubu again, they won't come out Tinubu. Now be say wahala don. Now be the catastrophe when Tinubu tell on that time. Said there will be chaos. There will be anarchy. No wonder Tinubu talk that thing. I don't know say they don't they get a backyard army when go do the anarchy. For those who never understand what I'm talking about, all right now, watch the video. Yes.
Hey, don't just put that thing. Under the sun, we go for that go. Under the sun, we go for that go. Under the sun, we go for that go.
Hi.
Hi. The rain is giving us blessings. Let's go. Hey!
Gallant. Obuja. So we don't get too military for Nigeria now.
I'm on my way, I'm on my way to go, we can pray.
Jesus.
I'm on my way, I'm on my way, to go with my boyfriend. I'm on my way, to go, we can pray. I'm on my way, I'm on my way, to go with my friend. I'm on my way, Jesus. Jesus. It's on Kimemia.
Now so.
Just pay. Just pay. Just pay. Just pay. Thank you, everyone.
Okunia, you don't stand up.
We thank God
God? Which God?
for keeping us alive. Whatever the enemies are planning,
Towards Tinubu, they will fail.
whatever the enemies are planning, what will happen?
They will fail towards Tinubu.
We are here. I think you are seeing me.
Yes.
I am not a ghost.
No.
I just come from Saudi Arabia.
You mean now?
We are here. We thank God.
Which God?
We work for President Ahmed Bola Tinubu.
Jesus.
And he will succeed. Anybody who is planning for him to fail, the person had already
failed.
We are not competing with anybody.
No.
As you see us, we have never competed with anybody.
No.
Who is making noise here?
Arrest him.
Which arrest them? Which arrest them?
Unaga military rank there.
But I cannot bring that man back, then be arrest them.
Arrest him.
I just pardon him. I don't tell him to come become arrest.
He don't see that.
So, thank you very much.
Yes.
Every one of you, you have cried. Things are coming.
Things are coming.
Na turn by turn, oh. Na jagaban turn, oh. Turn by turn. I beg you, wait for your turn. Come on.
Turn by turn. Na jagaban turn. Turn by turn. I beg you, wait for your turn.
We say na turn by turn, oh. Na jagaban turn, oh. Turn by turn, oh. I beg you wait for your turn. I beg you wait for your turn, oh.
Turn by turn, oh. I beg you wait for your turn.
If you do anyhow, you say anyhow. If you do anyhow, you say anyhow. If you do anyhow, you say anyhow.
Jesus.
You go collect woto. Turn by turn. Agagaban turn. Turn by turn. I beg you wait for your turn.
Turn by turn. Na jagaban turn. Turn by turn. I beg you wait for your turn. Turn by turn. Na jagaban turn. Turn by turn. I beg you wait for your turn.
Wait for your turn, oh.
turn by turn. Na Jagaban turn by turn. I beg you wait for your turn. Turn by turn. Na Jagaban turn by turn. I beg you wait for your turn. Turn by turn. Na Jagaban turn by turn. Oh, that's in the video. The song be like Christian song. So when they don't see say something might get wrong in this court case, everybody is preparing their apparatus. They are preparing their machineries. Okay. I never dey sure whether wetin Nnamdi Kanu don institute, the army when e don institute one they call ESN, when they go arrest am now come whether e don reach this one, and this one they do it on openly, no questioning. I don't want to talk too much of. I don't want to talk to myself. Make I bring to Unua the level when Tinubu don this Tinubu case don dey prepare things down according to you hear when he talk say that they work for Tinubu, not be me they work for. He don go visit Tinubu. So Tinubu don send you now. Is that what you're telling me? Tinubu don send you make you go to prepare machineries, armies, when you go take defend yourself in case the court go otherwise against am. So bad wrong. No wahala. I don't want to talk too much, guys. If you love what I'm doing, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I'm even on TikTok. All of my political love, guys. Peace out.